Hello, welcome to Craft and Chat. I'm Amanda Fowler and I'm fiddling around with wires. If you are here, please say hello. I'm just hoping that everything is now steady. So if you're here, hello, do say hello. I'm going to check on my iPad to see if I'm live in the right place. We will see. Oh, I've just got a notification. It says I'm live. I'm here. Hello. Right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me just sort out my chair. Right, so Chris is here, Michelle's here, Julia's here, Jen's here, Joanne's here, Linda's here, Mum's here, Roz is here. Perfect. Okay. Apologies for being a moment or two late. I've got a splinter, which is just ridiculous. I have no idea how I've got a splinter and I'm just catching it and yeah. I need to get it sorted out, but it was kind of like, do I have time to do it now? No, I don't. So, yeah. How are we? How are we on this, I want to say fine Tuesday. I don't think it is actually. It's a bit mizzygog outside. For those of you that need translation, mizzygog is kind of damp, wet, grey, miserable kind of weather really. So how are we? Let's have a look. Nicola's here. Sounds good. Yes, Maureen's here as well. My wallpaper has gone. No, Joanne, I have moved rooms. I am in my new study. No, my new studio. We're calling it studio. Plain white walls. So... white walls, white gloss work, ridiculous grey and yellow rug, and curtains. That's kind of it so far. Not entirely sure what we're going to do, but for now the walls are staying white. And the reason for that is because it just bounces the light off better. The light off better, that's not even English, is it? The light, it will bounce the light better. I'm cleaning my glasses because they're all crazy. I don't know, it's been a bit of a weird day today. Brian and I went for our flu jab at lunchtime, only to get there and be told that they haven't got any. And no, they didn't email us to tell us they hadn't got any, but they haven't got any. So we couldn't get our flu jab today, which is a bit sad, but hopefully end of the week they'll have some more in and we'll be able to get jabbed then. Anne is here. Showers and windy in North Devon. Jen says my curtains and my rug are fab. Yeah, they're not blue though, Jen. They're not blue. I don't know what came over me in the rug shop, but we went through all of them and there were 3 or 4 different rugs I could have chosen that were the right size and all of that, and all the others were blue. And I went for the crazy one. So, I don't know. Maybe we're going to have new favourite colours. Who knows? But, yeah, it doesn't go with anything else in the house because most of the house has got blue in it. But, you know, this is my studio and it makes me smile when I come in, so that's good. Awesome. Awesome. So how are we? How are we all doing? What have you been up to this week? Has it only been a week? What have you been up to? What have you been making? Tell me some of the things you've been making. Have you been crocheting? Have you been... I forgot to bring my blanket upstairs. Darn. Okay. So, my crochet update is the blanket is finished apart from one long edge because I decided to put scallops on it, and that's taking me a bit longer than I had anticipated. I don't want to go and get it now because I'll be gone for a little while. So I will promise to bring it next week. And I will set a reminder in my phone. And then I won't forget then. Sorry. Oh, darn it. Darn. Julia's been making pizzas. Out of crochet, Julia, or real pizzas? You know, the yummy, scrummy, cheese, stringy deliciousness. Val made 20 cards on World Card Making Day. Awesome. Joanne's been making Christmas cards. Well done. And Joanne says first in a long time. That's really good. You know, sometimes our mojo goes, doesn't it? Goes away and we can't make stuff, and that's sad. Yesterday, I don't know whether you saw on my blog post, yesterday I shared a colour challenge that we've been doing in my team Facebook group, and I'm going to be doing a bit more of that on my blog, so that might help if you're suffering with mojo and not being able to craft. Then following along with the challenge helps, because quite often with our crafting mojo it goes away because we've got too many decisions to make. You know, what colour cardstock, what colour ink, what stamps, what size. Am I going to put die cuts on it? Am I going to put embellishments on it? And it's just too many decisions. Where when you're following a challenge, like you've got to use these 3 colours, that's easy, because somebody's decided that for you. So challenges are really good. So I'm going to be doing some more of those for you. Yeah, Julia's saying real pizza, not crochet pizza. Ooh! Roz has bought some lovely packs of crochet yarn in Lidl, and she's got her How to Crochet book out again. So, can you give us a picture, Roz, of your yarn? Mum bought some crochet yarn from Aldi, but I didn't know Lidl did some. That's dangerous. Belinda's made 70 Christmas cards. Wow. Still more to do. Jeanette's making gift boxes. Hi, Carol. And Anne said she'd had a beautiful card from Joanne. That's really lovely. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Itch. Awesome. Hi, Carol. Right, I've got to fish my tea bag out my tea. This is how distracted I was at the beginning. I brought my tea bag. I brought my tea up with the tea bag in it. It's probably too hot to drink. So I normally tell you what's been going on in my world, and basically, painting is all that's been going on in my world this weekend. It was horrible out, so we walked the dog in between the showers. But yeah, we were in here. So sanding, cleaning, gloss work, sanding again, because, you know, I'm doing gloss work with Brian, which means has to be done right. No quick slapdash, nothing. So then it had to be sanded again and then cleaned down again, and then the second coat went on. We've moved all the furniture backwards and forwards. The bed in the jungle room, so the wallpaper that you're missing, the other room, that's actually got a bed in it now, which is very exciting. But I've got no furniture in here yet. I've got lots of boxes and piles of stuff, but no furniture. So apart from my table, and this table's not staying either. So yeah, I've got a lot of lifting and shifting to do next weekend, and a little bit of hiding of the wool because my yarn stash is growing, and I'm not entirely sure Brian's going to be impressed with the amount of yarn that seems to have arrived in my house. So, so I need somewhere to store it, somewhere else to store it. So so we've had a big IKEA delivery, lots of boxes and shelves and stuff. So I don't know whether you've seen the Kallax units, the cube units. In one of the other rooms we've got two 8 units and a 4 unit, and then a smaller 4 unit, and that's all coming in here with all my stuff in it. So yeah, big moving around. So I think that's probably going to be this weekend's job. But other than that, yeah, we haven't done anything. We've just been painting and shopping for carpet. So yeah, not a very busy weekend really. Oh, I didn't do, because it was busy in the sense I didn't actually get my crochet finished. So that's not good. Happy birthday, Anne! Anne, is it your birthday today? Happy birthday if it is. Jen has painted the garage walls. 3 coats, 31 litres of paint, and the gloss is finished too. Wow, that's like a mammoth job. Jen? Did you paint it? What colour did you paint it? And 3 coats. I'm guessing was it like on brick or block work? That's probably why you needed so many coats to cover it. Right, so Roz is giving us all the details of the yarn in Lidl. It was in Lidl's Thursday offers last week. They had boxes of 4-ply yarn as well as lovely knitting wool. So she bought a few boxes of assorted colours. She hasn't got the room back together yet after having the new windows fitted. Did that all go okay yesterday, Roz? Did it rain? Or were you all right? Pam's here. Hello. Hi, Lynn. Lynn's got qualified demonstrator status today. Woo! For Lynn. Oh, Jen says the painting was very boring. White on breeze blocks. Yeah, but I bet it looks amazing in there now. It is incredible how much of a difference white paint makes on the walls. So in here, for instance, this is a north-facing room, and it's so much brighter in here. So much brighter. Yeah, it's working really well. Awesome. Oh, we've also not got any water again. So we still haven't fathomed out what they're doing. It looks like they're replacing the mains unit. So they're digging up pretty much everybody's house and working their way round the estate. So sooner or later, I'm guessing they're going to be digging up outside our house, but they haven't got there yet. But pretty much every other Tuesday, we have no water. I mean, they do tell us. I've got all my saucepans full and kettle full and all of that. Oh, Jeanette saying she's loving the cat mug. Yeah, these are, these mugs are from Waitrose, and I can't. When I finish my tea, I'll show you. But the cat mug has got a little mouse on the inside, and there's lots of different ones. We've got loads of them. They're my second favourite mug because they're not quite big enough. So I have two bigger mugs that are Cath Kidston mugs that hold about a third more than this does. But yeah, whenever we travel, I take my mugs with me because, you know, I need plenty of coffee and plenty of tea to keep me going. Hi Janice, lovely to see you. Okay, right, so what have I got for you today? In the world of Stampin' Up, we've got 15% off some of the Designer Series papers. If you go to my blog, www.inspiringinkin.com, and then pop over to the online store, you'll be able to see them there. That's really cool. We might have some sneak peek stuff coming at the beginning of November. You'll have to stay tuned for that. And I know several of you have been asking, we still don't have a date for the mini cut and emboss machine. I'm sorry about that, but I'm afraid we don't. Not yet. As soon as we do, though, I promise, I will let you know. Okay, so today I am going to share with you a couple. I've got a card to make, and I've got some things to show you. The first thing is I'm going to be showing you this, which is the Tag Buffet, or Buffet, Buffet, project kit, which is in the Autumn Winter catalogue, and it's amazing. So I'm going to show you that. I am also going to show you, if I can find the right pages, two different cards. So there's these ones here, which are gold cards and envelopes, and also Wonder of the Season, Memories and More cards and envelopes. Because, actually, I will show you them whilst we're looking this way, and then I'll show you close up again in a minute. So one of the things that I get asked most often is, why doesn't Stampin' Up sell card blanks? Because people, that's the boring bit of card making, isn't it? It's a boring bit, cutting card blanks. But Stampin' Up generally doesn't sell card blanks. They sell A4 and 12 by 12 pieces of cardstock for you to do it yourself, basically, so that you can make the card to the size that you want to. So whenever we have card blanks in the catalogue, I always try and point them out so that you can you can take advantage of them whilst they're there. So actually, I'm just going to get the information there. So, page 51. So, I'm going to show you the gold ones first. So, these are the cards. They are very vanilla, and they're sturdy. They're thicker. Yeah, they're thicker than our normal, very vanilla card. And they've got a gold foil. I'll kind of tilt it and hopefully you'll be able to see. They've got gold foiling around the edge. You get 10 cards and envelopes. And the card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which actually is the US standard card front size. But look at these envelopes. They are amazing. absolutely amazing. This gold, it's shimmery and really lovely. So I'm actually going to be using that to make a card in a few minutes. And then there is another card blank, which is on page 31. And these are called Wonder of the Season. And these are Whisper White cards. And these are 4x6. And they've got real red foiling on them. Now, these are designed to go with the Memories and More cards that will fit inside here. But you can do a lot of things with these. So, lots of different things. So, do kind of consider these. You can do some stamping and various other things. And then the envelopes that come with, again, have got the foiling on. So you're going to see me on my blog, you're going to see some projects using this one as well. So, very cool. Very cool indeed. And then, I'm just going to show you this before I turn the camera around. This is the box that the tag kit comes in. And it's really, really substantial. And it's lovely and decorated inside, and it kind of opens up like this. Whichever way, yeah, it opens up like this. And yeah, it is really lovely, really sturdy, and I'm going to be repurposing, because I've got a few of these, I'm going to be repurposing these as for Christmas gifts and just putting ribbon round, and I'm not going to then additionally wrap the gift. So it's very cool. Okay, so let me cover over the camera and turn you around, and we'll get on with some crafting. So if you've not joined me before, I always cover over the camera, so otherwise you're going to get a bit seasick. As I'm moving things around. Let's see what you can see. Right. Well, I've just got to move the microphone down there. Okay, right. So, I'm going to turn this around and move. I told you it's one of those days today where things will take a bit of time to get sorted out. Right, so here is, yeah, it does go that way. Here's the tag kit. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you what you get in the kit, because my kit isn't a full kit. Okay, so this is the project kit, and these are the instructions. You are going to make 6 different tags, and you're going to make 5 of each tag. So it's a total of 30 tags. So you've got all of the instructions, and then you've got this information here. So this shows you how to lay out the tags. Now, if I get the page up, here we go. So it's actually designed to go with this stamp set called the Tag Buffet stamp set, which is a really, really lovely stamp set. So you've got some holly and some leaves, some branches, a lovely Merry Christmas and 'Tis the Season and With Love for You. And you've also got a bauble and a stocking. So it is really lovely. I decided with mine that I was just going to use the Christmas sentiment stamp sets that I already had. So I didn't buy this, I just bought the kit. Now the kit itself is £28. So that works out about £1 a tag. Now I think that is, you know, the tags are beautiful when you see them in a minute. The tags are beautiful, but I think that you can stretch the contents of the kit much further than it's designed to go. And even better, I think that you could make loads and loads and loads of Christmas cards with this kit. So I think you've got quite a few options. So let me just kind of go through what's in the kit, and then I'll show you some finished tags. Okay. So what I'm going to show you is a fifth of the kit. So for each of the 6 different designs, you've got these, and they're actually tags. I've got the whole is die cut, and they're all foiled. So they're white on one side, and they are all foiled. So you've got different designs. There are then these different tags. So there's white tags. Hang on. So these again, they're white on one side. They've got foiling on them, and there's 3 different designs. So you get 2 stars. You get 2 of the sort of ovally. 1 and 2 of the circles. So again, this is a fifth. I keep saying that it's a fifth of the kit. So you get 5 times as much as this. You get some lovely gold thread, and it's like a soft gold. All of this I would say is soft antique kind of gold. It's not gold lame in your face gold. And then you get 5 sheets of Christmas trees. So you get 2 of those. So you get 5 sheets of that. You get 5 sheets of this, which has got this little red bird is a cardinal. And you've got like a leaf bough and some presents. And then you get another one with stocking and a bauble. And then you get this sheet as well, and I don't know how well the camera will pick this up actually. It's got 6 different tags on it for sentiments. Okay, so that's a fifth. So you get, like I say, I keep saying it, 5 times that amount. Okay. And they're so pretty, and everything has got the foiling on it. So I'm just going to keep those to one side a minute. So let me show you the completed tags. So you've got a Christmas tree tag, you've got the leaves, you've got the bauble, you've got the little cardinal, you've got the stocking, and you've got the presents. And the way these are designed is you've got the die cut element and the tag. You've got the little die cut piece and another tag underneath. So that, to me, is a very, very, very luxurious, luxurious tag. So I think these are going to be fab if you're going to do the sort of thing that we're doing this year, and we've actually done for a few years now, we wrap all our presents in brown paper. So, you know, so it can be recycled. So we wrap all our presents in brown paper, but then to have a really special tag is really nice. And because there's only a little bit of stamping on these, if you've got small people who might want to help out, then, you know, that's an option too. So kids and grandkids and so on. Now, I did say that I thought that you could make a lot more with this. So for instance, if you were just going to take this tag, if you cut this in half, that would make a really lovely border. And you could layer this tag over the top, and then you've got half of that for something else. You can chop up like these leaves here. You could perhaps stamp images on these pieces. There's so many different things that you can do to extend this kit and sort of move it into Christmas cards. But even so, even if you kept these as they are, yeah, there's the 6. Even if you kept these as they are and put them onto a card, they make really nice cards as well. Obviously what you would do is you'd offset it. So hang on, let me just undo that. So if you just, you know, did that and put it on the card front, actually I'd probably do it like that or like that, chop it in half. So it's just a really lovely kit. Right, okay, so do you have any questions about the kit or those lovely cards? And has everyone actually started their Christmas cards yet? You know me, I've been making Christmas cards for months. I will show you this as well, actually. This is our cello bag that's got like gusseted sides. So if you're thinking about putting treats and things in, that's really cool too. But I'm keeping my tags in there. Ta-da! Any questions? No questions? It's all gone quiet. All gone quiet. Okay, so the reason I was asking you if you had started your Christmas cards yet is because I'm going to show you a super quick Christmas card, and it's going to help you use up some patterned paper and some of your sparkles, things that you've got hanging around, and it's going to be really, really straightforward. So I've got the very vanilla card blank, and I need the Happy Christmas, which is there. So I'm going to stamp the Happy Christmas. Now, when you are using card blanks that have already been folded, if you try and stamp it like that, it bounces backwards and forwards. If you open it out like that, it will stay fairly flat. Right. Let's see if I can get this straightish. There we go. Yeah, that's not really very straight, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So, I am going to cut myself a tree trunk from this card, and I know you're going to ask me, how big is this? It's tree trunk size. It's a little bit over 1/2 inch by about 2 inches. I'm just going to trim it down a little bit more so it's about 1/2 inch. There we go. So that's my tree trunk. And then I am going to make a Christmas tree out of this piece of paper. And what I need to do is I need to make a little triangle. This is where we're going to go. Okay. So this is 2 3/4 inches by 3.5. Now, let me just 2 3/4 inches. Hang on. I'm just going to trim this down and use this bit. So 2 3/4 inches by 3.5. Now we need to make this into a triangle, and that means that we need to mark the centre point. Now the centre point from 2 3/4 inches is 3 1/8 inch. Let me just show you this so you can actually see. So I've got to mark it at 3 1/8. On my trimmer, 3 1/8 is actually at 3.5 centimetres. So that's what I do. 3.5 centimetres. And all I'm going to do is I'm just making a little mark with my scoring tool, and you're not even going to be able to see that. So let me just do it with pen. Do it with a pen, because then you'll be able to see it. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut from that centre point down to each edge, and that will give us our triangle. So I'm putting that piece there and down. And that piece there. And down again. Okay, so that gives me my triangle. Now you could probably stick that together as well, because that is exactly the same size. I'd be interested to see that. Okay, so what we're going to do with this now, this actually makes a nice Christmas tree, as it is. Look. Like that. Makes a pretty nice Christmas tree. But we're going to make it a little bit more special by cutting it into pieces. And we're going to cut it at 1/2 inch. So you can feed it either way, but in the trimmer, for me, I love these lines here. So I'm going to put it in and line up the base with that long line there and hold it down. So I'm just going to move it again, and you're going to end up with 7 pieces. Now, one of the team, the lovely Ashy, when I was sharing this at team training a couple of weeks ago, suggested that when you get to this fiddly bit where it's quite small, you pin it down with a post-it note, which I thought was ingenious, or a piece of washi tape. Unfortunately, along with my blanket, I forgot to bring it. So, I'm just going to hold this down like that. So I'm going to hold it down. And then this last one is the most tricky because it's the tiniest. Okay, so I've lined it up. There we go. That's the last piece. Okay. I'm going to get the Tombow. And then just put all of your pieces back together in order, as otherwise you'll go to stick them down and you'll end up with your tree looking a bit wonky. So there we go, and that's the last piece. So obviously you want to make sure that you've got enough space to put your entire tree. So I tend to put the top piece in first and then the bottom piece, and then kind of get everything else in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to pop that down, and then this piece is going to go down here. So I need to trim my tree trunk down a little bit, it's too long. So what I want to make sure is that it's not showing in between the gap. So I'll show you. There we go. Pop that down. Pop this one. Okay, and then these, I'm just going to lie them down so I kind of know what kind of spacing I need to do in between them, whether or not I can get a little bit bigger spacing. Okay. So, is this all making sense? You're very quiet today. You're very quiet. So then I'm just going to leave little gap, little gap, little gap. Just move that over a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to pin them down, stick them down. One bit after another. Ooh. Oh, right, okay, so I've just refreshed my iPad because I wasn't seeing any comments. So Jan's arrived. Hi, Jan. She's bought the card kit too and made lots of Christmas cards and tags. Jen wants to know which Merry Christmas stamps have I used. Okay, Jen, hold on. Let me grab them and I'll tell you. That one is plaid. Ooh. Plaid tidings. It is the Christmas set. Perfectly plaid, hang on. Page 60. Yeah, so that Merry Christmas is from Perfectly Plaid. So that's on that one. I've used the Happy Christmas. That's the one that I've just used, which is from Itty Bitty Christmas. So that one's from Plaid Tidings as well. And then those, I think, are from the Poinsettia stamp set. Let me check. Page 16. Yeah. Yeah, so the Merry Christmas on these two is this one. Poinsettia petals. Yeah. So they're the three. Brilliant. So Nicola's saying she's made 56 Christmas cards so far, 14 to go. Stella, lovely to see you. Hi, Karen. Thank you very much. She's loving the tags too. Right, I must remember to refresh my iPad now and again, because obviously it was just not giving me all the comments. You're very welcome, Jen. What's that one? And then we've just got this last one to go. Da, da, da. Whoa. Oh, darn. Right, there we go. Okay, it's down. Okay, so one Christmas tree. Then obviously you need some baubles on it. And here's one I made earlier. So here I have got, so the baubles that I've used are Wondrous Gems, and they are, there's the red ones, and I'm going to bring them right up to the camera, hopefully be able to see. And they're resin, but they have glitter in them. So there's red with glittery bits, and then there's the clear ones, but they have gold, and they have gold glitter in, which is really cool. But I was playing around because I like my Christmas tree to have a star on it. So let's bring this one back actually. And we've got stars, but our stars are the coppery bronze colour. Obviously apart from this one. And this one is gold. And it's gold because I used my Sharpie marker and I went over the top of the copper, and it really works to change the colour. Now, I love Sharpies. I have Sharpies in almost every colour there is. So this is always my go-to to colour things. So for instance, let me put these on something so you can see them better. So for instance, we've got these gems with the glittery bits in. If you wanted them to be more yellowy, you can actually just go over the top with your Sharpie, or with any colour Sharpie. Now, as you know, we have alcohol markers in the catalogue. They are our Stampin' Blends, and they come in all the Stampin' Up colours. Now, they will do a similar thing, but a Sharpie marker has got a really kind of tough end on them. The blends, because they're designed for colouring, have got a much softer tip. So just be careful if you're using your blends, don't go mashing it in to colour. And, you know, although these aren't going to be exactly our colours, you will probably find a colour that's similar. So, look, so I'm going to put my star. I'm going to put my star on here because it didn't want to be copper because everything else is gold. So actually, let me see if I can replace that one. Let's take it off. Yeah. There we go. Da, da, da. Okay, so those are in the catalogue, and they were last year's accessories, I think. So let me look. They'll be in this big book. Yeah, so they are the Star Designer elements, and they're officially copper, and you get 40. But they are perfect Christmas tree size. So what do we think of that? Now, I thought that we could just have a little bit of fun just for a minute, because when I was designing this card, it was always going to be like this with the gaps in it. But I did think that maybe we could make the Christmas tree like in an abstract fashion. And I don't know whether it's going to work. But I thought, since we were hanging out this afternoon, we could have a quick look and see if it works. So I'm going to start out with the same size piece of paper. And I'm going to make the triangle in the same way. So hi Claire. Oh, that's not marked it at all. Oh, and Linda's arrived. And Linda's arrived. And Chris is watching as well. Did you have all your deliveries, Chris? All right. I'm going to make the triangle in the same size. You know, this might go wrong. But this is how I craft, okay? So I start out with one design and think, oh yeah, I can do that. And then I think, well, what else can I do? So I thought I would be able to chop this up like on different angles and then stick it back together again, and it would still look like a Christmas tree. Do you think that might be a good idea? You, yes, no? Shall we just give it a go? I'm just going to give it a go, I think. Okay. So I'm going to cut it at different angles. Now, I know from experience when I do this type of thing that you have to make sure that you put them all back exactly where they want to go, or where you think they should be going, because if you don't, you'll end up with an impossible jigsaw. So you've got to keep paying attention. So that one's there. That one's there. Ooh. Let's move that there. Let's go there. Ooh. Lynn's going, it's only a piece of paper. I know. But when I say that, sometimes people get upset because it's only paper. Oh no. Was that the right way? Oh yeah, it is. Oh. Oh, let's go like a really long one that way. Da, 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 da. So I know that, hang on, I know that bit goes there, and that bit goes in there. Oh, so I can, actually I'm going to use my scissors, go that way, like that. Like that. Yay! It's a bit of an abstract, but I think it works. So, get a piece of paper. And I think, have I got a tape runner up here? Yes, I have. Right, I'm going to use my tape runner only because it's going to be a bit speedier. So, put that one down first. And that one. Oh, I'm a bit too low. Hang on, let me move that up a bit. Keep hold of it so you know which way it's going. What did I just say? Keep hold of it so you know which way it's going. Oh. There we go. I think it's doing okay. Ooh. It's kind of going there. It's kind of like an exploded Christmas tree, isn't it? But I don't know, I think we're doing okay. It's a bit lopsided in the big scheme of things, but actually I quite like that. So I'm guessing that if we measured the size of this triangle, so we know it is 2 3/4 inches. So how tall is it? I'll explain my logic in a minute. Hang on. 4. So if you cut a triangle that is the same size as this exploded one, when you cut the triangle down, or when you stick it down, you'll be able to stick it down more evenly, because basically that's not what's happened on my exploded one. So let's see. Let's see. Belinda says she likes it. Yeah, so yeah. So I think this will work better. Let's see if I can lift these up. So here's my theory. If you stick them down to that triangle, you will end up... It's not big enough. Darn it. Needs to be bigger. Okay. My theory was, which isn't correct, was that you would be able to even it up a bit more. But it's not worked. I needed to add a bit more width onto the triangle. I think it will make sense when I've finished it. Hang on. This is a work in progress. I'm not entirely sure this is a good plan. Yeah, Lynn, I know. So I remembered the gaps top to bottom, but I didn't remember the gaps side to side. But this is how I design things and how I build things. So this is Amanda real time. It's a bit of a scary world I live in, isn't it? Chris likes the exploded one more than the horizontal one. That's good. Yeah. Okay, so you can see where I was going with this. Yeah, so that gives you... I know it's still an exploded one. Let me just put a bit of tape on there. I know it's still exploded, but it gives you more structure to the exploded one. So you need to make that how much bigger? I would say 1/8 of an inch bigger. So if I turn it over, that's how much you've got. That's the difference. So yeah, it's 1/8 of an inch. So it's not very much. So that would be 4 inches by I would say, so it's 2 3/4, so it's 2 7/8. So that's what your triangle is. And where's my other bit of information here? And that's that one. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. So your triangle, so that's a card base, but your patterned paper is the same size. So it's 2 3/4 inches by 3.5 inches. Yeah. So does that does that make sense? Do I need to explain all that again? Because I have kind of confused myself in all of that. Let me know. Let me know. I will drink my tea whilst I wait for the comments to catch up, and if you would be kind enough to let me know, that would be really good. And I also need to know what sort of things you might like to see going forwards. So I always ask. I ask for suggestions and ideas and the sorts of things that you would like to see. So, would you like more techniques, different techniques, or product focus? So a few weeks ago I did one on markers. Do you want to see more things like that? Do you want to see some more fancy fold cards, 3D projects? Do you want to see more of the kits? What's in the different kits? Like I've shown you the tag kit today. Because I think for me, the things like the tag kits and stuff, until you see it, it's really difficult to realise kind of, you know, the quality of it and how much you get and all of that. So, you know, so that's really nice too. I am just going to refresh just to see if there are any more comments. So Roz is saying they look great, thank you. Belinda likes it too. Chris has said, I'm repeating comments that have already come through. Chris is asking for fancy fold cards. I also, okay, I will wait because, like I said, there's always a delay with I ask a question and then it takes a few minutes for you guys to answer and type and do all of that. I also just want to check that there hasn't been any gaps in sound or anything today. At Craft Along last week, it was a bit itty bitty. The sound and stuff was breaking up, and I just really want to check that everything seems to be better today. And whilst I'm talking about Craft Along, I did send out the information for the October one this morning, and I'm making it earlier, so I'm moving it to 7 o'clock. We've always started at 7:30, but we're going to be starting at 7. I'm just trying to see if a bit of an earlier time means that the internet is a little bit less busy. Okay, so Sheridan's just arrived, thank you. More of the kits, joining late. She loves the abstract tree. Awesome, thank you. You can catch up on the replay. Brilliant. Karen saying it's been very good today, no problems at all. Good. Again, obviously I am in a different room, which is on the other corner of the house. I mean, there's only a bathroom in between the two rooms, but it is on the other corner of the house. So it could just be that the Wi-Fi here is better. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. And because it's in the afternoon, I think the internet's less busy. So, okay. So I think, unless you've got any questions for me, I will wrap it up for today. But please do let me know what you'd like to see more of, because that way I can make sure that the content that I am sharing with you is good and is the sorts of things that you want to see. As always, I am truly grateful that you choose to spend some time with me on a Tuesday afternoon. As you know, we started this in March. We've been doing this now for over 6 months. And I'm truly blessed that you are still hanging out with me after all this time. It's one of the highlights of my week. And I have no intention of stopping. And I did check the other day just to make sure where we were for Christmas and so on. Because I said to Brian, I said, well, it doesn't matter what day Christmas is. If it's a Tuesday, then I've still got to go live. So, but yeah, it's okay. You won't have to watch me in between mouthfuls of turkey. It's fine. Oh dear. Easy Christmas cards. I can't even say it. Easy Christmas cards, says Karen. Roz says she's very happy with anything I do. Roz, you're just too lovely. You are allowed to ask though. The sound is good in Wales. Claire's saying it's been fine since she's been watching. Fancy fold cards and techniques. Brilliant. Okay, so we've got kind of fancy fold cards and techniques and quick and easy Christmas. Okay. I will put those on my list and make sure that I cover those bases in the next few weeks. Brilliant. Brilliant. Jeanette says, good reception. She had no problems in Oz. That blows my mind. That I am sat here in my studio in Hampshire in the UK, and I am bouncing around over all the satellites and goodness knows where and what, and beaming into Australia. How crazy is that? But how wonderful is technology? Awesome. Christmas tags, says Claire. Need a Christmas tag kit. Definitely. But yeah, I will get on those things on my list. All right, so take care of yourselves. I will see you all next Tuesday right here at 2 o'clock. And if you're watching on the replay, please understand that you won't actually see the comments because this is filmed whilst I'm live, but I have done my very best to read them out. So take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.